Okay, look, this chart here is the Euro JPY. It's a weekly chart. You got two mini lots. I don't want to do that.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Thanks, hang on. Okay, you got two mini lots you sold. You sold right here. Can you tell me why?
Because it's red.
Because both lines are red.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, you really didn't sell that. I did, right? So you really don't know, but you know what we've been doing. Okay, this is the weekly chart. The next, you see like here it says W1. That's weekly. Okay, see here is day one. That's daily. Let's look at the daily. You see how it's just begun to turn red right there?
Uh-huh.
And this is already red. So they were both red on the weekly. They were both red on the daily. Now let's go one back. You see right here, the green just turned red. So if we'd have been back here, would you have wanted to sell back here?
Yes.
Hold on a second now. You see where we're at? See the green line?
Mm-hmm.
Do you sell when one's
Wait,
green and one's red?
No.
Okay, so you're going to wait till both turn red, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're going to sell right in this area. Now, a lot of times in reality, you can't really sell on right there. You see where it just turns red? It has to go to the next bar, and then you can sell. So you could have sold like right here, and that's where we did. We did sell right there. All right, now this again is the Euro JPY. That's it really don't mean, you're not really going to understand that a lot. But you know how when you have a family, they'll all have this like the same last name. In Forex, it's the same thing. But think of the last name as being the first. EUR. EUR. That's what we call the euro. Okay, look at these here. See, that's the EUR CAD. That's the euro versus the Canadian dollar. That's the EUR AUD. That's the euro versus Australian dollar. EUR USD. That's our dollar. EUR NZD. That's the New Zealand dollar. EUR GBP. That's the British pound. And up here is the EUR JPY. I have it up there for a different reason. But you think about it, that's one. Oh, and there's another one here someplace.
Did you say BP or PP?
BP is what I said. I
Okay, I thought you said PP.
Well, I don't know what I said, but I meant. I get that mixed up all the time. Okay, let's see here. Where's EUR? Okay, EURCHF. That's the Swiss franc. Okay, think about those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I should have had them all down here where it'd be easy to see, but just think about all 7 as one family, all euros. And their other name is different. United States dollar, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, like that. A lot of times what people think is the family will move together. They, and they do a lot. You see right here, this is the statistic. Let me find someplace. It's been, what are we on, the daily chart? Yeah. You see how, look at these numbers here. Forget about that one. See how it's going 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, like that. What that is, that's the statistic value, and it's slowly getting smaller. See here, 6, 4, 3, 2, same thing, it's slowly getting smaller. 6, 5, jump back up to 6, 6, 5, 4, slowly getting smaller. This one right here is not really following suit. It's 1, 2, 3, it's kind of getting bigger. 5, 4, 2, 1, like that, getting smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how they're getting smaller?
3, 2, 2.
This isn't really a good example. I probably should switch to the weekly chart because we're talking about weekly anyway. But when they start getting bigger, they all start kind of getting bigger together. See here, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Once again, that's a stochastic value. Let's look at this chart here. I'll show you exactly what that is. Let's see here. Indicators. That's this. So basically what happens is when this line starts going up, this is the Euro AUD. When this line starts going up, a lot of times, a lot of them go up. The Euros, the family, a lot of them go up. What we're going to do here today, you know how before we were just doing the little colored lines, just like that. And actually, we didn't even have the price bars on there, did we? We were just looking at colored lines. But you can see there's a lot more to it. See how the price goes up and jumps way up? If you just look at colored lines, you can't really tell what's happening, you know, on a kind of like intraday or intra-week or whatever. Let's get rid of that. See, properties, line graph, none, common, line graph. Okay, so now we're back to just the plain old lines, like we had before. Okay, let's get rid of these right here, and let's put the MACD on there. That's just another indicator. It's what it is. It's moving averages. I call it the MACD. Okay, there it is. Now, let's go to the weekly chart. Now, in thinking about what I just said a while ago and what we just looked at, if this is the Euro JPY, if the Euro JPY, if this line is moving up, think about the family. Do you think it's going to be moving up on the other Euro pairs? The USD, you know, it might be, right? Not all the time though, because sometimes, you know, one might, you know, go all whoppy jawed or something. You know, there's no just they follow suit to a degree, but they can each go their own way. They're individuals, just like you and Peyton, Mackenzie. Y'all are individuals, you know. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I want you to see this here. I'm gonna move the lines. This will be your last thing for the summer.
Last video.
And your last training thing for the summer. Gotta get you back today. Let's see, Rugrats. Is it? Let's see, basket. Okay, yeah, Rugrats. That's y'all. Okay, basket, profit, or loss. What that is, if it works, it will be. What that is, you're not ever gonna get rid of that cough, are you?
Nope.
What that is, we're going to try to trade. You know how before we was doing the two red lines when they were the same? Okay, now each of these, I did not put the pairs out, the letters out beside. But each one of these lines, let me zoom in a little. Each one of those lines is an individual pair. You see that one right there? EURAUD. That's that lowest one. The next one above it, if I can get on there. EUR, I almost had it. I really needed to zoom in better. EUR, that one right there is EURGBP. Each one of these rows is nothing more than this signal right here. So when this is going down, the dots will be red. When it's going up, the dots will be green. Like when they're going up, darn. I'll tell you what, auto scroll. That's what's messing me up. This thing here pulls a lot of, it's hard on the computer. See, when they're going up, when the line is going, when these little lines are above this purple line and it's going up, it'll be green. Yeah, it'll be green. And you can see a lot of times what it'll be, they'll all be green together. Not, see here, some of them are red. It's kind of hard to see. We'll see. I'm gonna zoom in a minute and you'll see better. See, some of them are red, some of them are green, some are green up there. See, look here, you can barely see it, but they're kind of, a bunch of them are different. Look here, they're slowly, more and more and more. Almost each bar, more gets red, more gets red.
These are all of these from that one to this one. They're just the same green.
Yep, they're all green. Yep, and that's because all the Euro pairs are going up together. That's nothing more than this indicator. That's all I wanted to show you right there. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. I might have to get rid of more than just this indicator. Alright, delete it. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this other junk. Get rid of that. Because this thing pulls, this deal here pulls a lot. Alright, now, there they are. Euro JPY, Euro GBP, Euro CAD, Euro NZD, Euro AUD, USD. And it's the same idea. We want to buy when, remember before they were all green or all red, and we want to sell when they're all red. Okay, now might have to squish this down some. Let's just start right here because it really don't matter. You see this one right here?
That green one?
Yes. There's one there that's kind of standing out. It's not the same. See, all the rest of them are red. Euro JPY is red. Euro Swiss is red. Euro GBP is green. The NZD is red. AUD is red. And I skipped one there. USD is red. What we're going to do here, same deal. Let's just say, for instance, when it's going along and it's green, it was going up, right? When it turns and goes down, it's red, right? Okay, you see that color there, that magenta? EuroCAD, that's the one I missed a while ago. See EuroCAD, see how that line is kind of purple, it's kind of magenta?
I was just noticing that. And then there's some blue right there.
Okay, the magenta is where you want to sell. The aqua, which is called in blue, is where you want to buy, supposedly. So I'm going to move the lines because it's real hard. This pulls a lot on the thing. So I'm going to move this back to there. And we're going to leave this here. Alright, now, what it says is, if we would have, remember before how you looked and it told you how much you made or lost? Okay, right here, this is trading only this chart. If you would have sold there, and you would have bought there, you would have made $114. $3,800 if it would have been a full standard lot. But if we would have bought or sold every one of the Euro pairs, all the family, if we would have sold this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, even the Euro GPP, which was really green, it was going up. Even if we would have sold that one, if we'd have sold them all, we would have made a total, not of this isn't dollars, this is pips. We'd have made 2,032 pips. Where if we'd have sold one and only one, the Euro JPY, we'd have made 390 pips. So every one of them ended positive. See this one right here? This is the beginning price. That's the ending price. This is how many pips you would have made. Beginning price of the Euro AUD, ending price, how many pips you would have made. The one that did the least, the worst, which I'd have thought would have done the best, is the Euro NZD for some reason. It only made 83 pips. Euro CAD, 531. Euro GBP, 281. Heck, it made 281 and it was rising. Euro JPY, 378. Have you ever heard them say, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Yet never heard that? What that means is, if you're going to be a farmer, don't go out there and plant I'm not saying don't, but if you go out there and plant just cotton, if it's a bad year for cotton, or the boll weevils come in there and eat it up, and all you planted was cotton, you're not going to make nothing because you only had one crop. But if you planted cotton and soybeans and corn, if cotton didn't do good, soybeans and corn might, right? Kind of like the family deal. You're planting a family. It's the same principle here. We might have lost money. I tell you what, let me move this to where, let me move this to this one right
I
here.
just noticed that was changing, like, not when you were moving it, see it just changed?
Yeah, that's
10 to 19?
Yeah, that's because the buy line's out here. So as the price changes, see, we're on the very end of it. We're on today's prices. So as the price changes, the amount of money we make, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. At 67 cents right there now. In a few minutes, it might be 52 cents. There'll be times during the day, in an hour, this might move $200 or $300. I mean, it moves fast when you're talking, a standard lot. But okay, so we didn't. I was hoping one of them would have. All we did was make more. Let me zoom out some. Well, that's at the beginning of it. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's put our sell here. See the magenta line?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now let's try to buy. See what happens when we buy. If I can move it. Let's buy right here. That's not good. That's not good. Well, let's just buy there anyway. Who cares? Okay, we'd have lost $890 if we'd have bought there and sold there on that signal right there on the Euro CAD. It changed. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It didn't. What was happening? I must have stopped and it did the math, and then I moved it to where we wanted to go because it really should have. You should have made money. But look here, Euro NZD, it lost 291 pips. The Euro GBP lost 105, but the Euro CAD made 1,124. Yeah, that's right.
That's good.
It is good. And Euro USD made 271. So, by not the same principle, don't put all your eggs in one basket. We split it up. Corn, soybeans, cotton, watermelons, black-eyed peas. Yeah, cantaloupe. Look, cantaloupe lost. But that's okay, because black-eyed peas down here made 622. So that's what they mean by don't put all your eggs in one basket. And it's a pretty good plan. I mean, it works a lot of times.
Have you ever heard of who let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I like that one.
If we would have bought back here at the beginning of this run, see how it turned green there and ran this whole time. Now a lot of them were weak. The Euro JPY, it was kind of weak.
What if we would have put it right here? Would it have rised?
But you don't really know because you don't know how far it fell in this little red area. See how they're all red here? This is like a retracement. As the price is going up, like that, then all of a sudden it goes, whoop, go back down. That's what you're looking at there. But if we would have bought back here at the very first of this signal on the Euro, I keep putting on the wrong one, Euro CAD. If we would have bought on the buy signal at the Euro CAD right there, that's the bottom. The Euro CAD is the bottom one. When the MAC D gave a buy signal. And see there, it's all the way across green until right there. That's where it said sell. Sell. That's what we would have made. If we'd have traded one pair and one pair only, we'd have made 1,104 pips.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. But look how much you would have made if you'd have traded. If you'd have traded them all, you'd have made 4,200.
Those two are the same.
Yeah, that's because it's the same pair.
Oh.
Same pair. And so see here, the Euro NZD, you lost money. I mean, lost pips, so you'd have lost money. Euro GBP, you lost pips. But these others two, right here, way more than made up for it. Way more than made up for it. But anyway, I'm gonna put this on a daily chart and be easier for you to look at. And then I want you to find a signal to where one of them changed, gave a buy, and or either move it to where most of them are green, like right here. See, like all of them are green there.
Like, that's what I was talking about. What if we moved them like right?
Okay, well let's move it right there.
Like right at those screens.
And it's going to be hard for you to move it because it's a. How about right there? That's when you had like three of them. Had a and see, I had to move it back. I had to move the whole thing back to get the red line. Let's see. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's sell right there because we had 2 or 3 sales.
That's good.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I did pretty good. 5,378 pips.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, really. And not a single one of them. The Euro NZD only made 100, but the rest of them, JPY made 2,600. The rest of them all helped. This. Oh, that must be the Euro JPY. Yeah, 2,600. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread it, kind of spread it around. Now, if you want to put all your eggs in one basket, feel free. But if you spread it around, sometimes you come out is a little bit safer. All right, let me see if I can fix this up. You know what? I bet you. You know, we did all that, and it wasn't even doing.